Welcome back to Two Gays Take On. If you're here today, that means you're wonderful. Today we're talking about our favorite celebrity breakdowns.
I'm so ready.
I am Dex, and I wish I had a celebrity breakdown.
I'm Jake, and I'm that phone charger cord that you just can't seem to fit into the port.
I hate those phone cords. Okay, so on the count of three, we should say the most iconic all-time celebrity breakdown, because I feel like we're thinking the same thing.
Oh, for sure.
3, 2, 1.
Amanda Bynes.
What?
Yes!
You think?
I mean, Britney Spears is iconic in its own way, but I just fucking lived for Amanda Bynes falling apart.
Oh,
I loved it.
Me too. I can't even deny. I had a whole folder on my computer.
Twitter, when you showed me that video of her eating the Sour
Patch Kids in the mirror.
For like 5 minutes straight she doesn't even talk during it. I watched that video and I literally peed my pants. I could not breathe at how bizarre it is.
Have you seen the video of her running on the Stairmaster, which is just as bizarre?
No, that's everything to me. That's everything.
She's going like this and waving her arms while she's running on a Stairmaster.
I fucking adore that. Live your fantasy.
Oh.
My second favorite part was when she went to court, or all that stuff was going down because she threw her fucking bong out the window and then changed her story like 8 times. First she said, no, I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that. And you're just sitting there, Amanda, we literally have a picture of you doing it. That was a vase. Amanda, there's a picture of you throwing a bong out the window. I couldn't even believe it.
That girl is absolutely wild.
My phone background for a while was one of those Queen Amanda pictures, but it was her as Jesus.
Oh my god, I love that.
I cried every time. I would send that picture to everybody I know every chance possible. Like, if I said something sassy to someone, I'd just send that goddamn picture to them after.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Did you remember her tweet where she was like, I'm gonna change my name to Da Bynes because I don't need a man. So she was literally gonna take a man out of her name, so it would be Da Bynes.
Icon. I love that picture of her sitting in court with the blonde hair.
And the sunglasses.
Yes!
Ooh.
Queen. Truly Queen Amanda. Which is terrible. You know what? I'm going to start the first section of this podcast we're on by saying I am a bad person because I live for this disaster zone when this happens.
Oh yeah, me too. I can't look away. I absolutely cannot.
I live for it. I do.
And what's sadder, we need to talk about the truth, though, if we're going to, talk about her breakdown. Okay. We need to lay it out that Amanda Bynes actually went to court and was diagnosed with schizophrenia. She went to rehab for, I think, a year, and she was now on medication. She is now in law school. Or no, not law school, fashion school.
Good for her.
Yeah, she's trying to get her life together.
100%. I love that. Redemption.
But while she was having her schizophrenic moment, do you remember when she lit that elderly couple's driveway on fire?
Oh my god.
Because they cut her off in traffic.
I'm screaming.
I can't. I just can't fathom the words. I've never been so angry that I'm like, I'm gonna fucking burn your house down.
And then just light their driveway on fire.
Yes. I have so many questions.
Did I ever tell you I babysat kids who did that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, tangent story. My mom had this friend, and she had twin boys and a girl that was a little older than them. And they were 7 or 8. And me and my sister, quote unquote, babysat them one day.
Mm-hmm.
And we went home and we said never again. Not a chance. They were lunatics. They were absolute lunatics. If I totally believe that they could have grown up to be serial killers.
Good call and not going back.
There are so many bizarre stories that I could tell you. When we babysat them, one of them wanted to wear their mom's underwear around the house.
Oh.
I had to stop one of the twins. The other twin chased my sister around their house with a sledgehammer.
Oh my god.
Like, not a full-size sledgehammer, one of the mini ones.
You could still kill someone.
Yeah. The neighbor called the police one day because they were giving each other rides on the garage door. One of them would hold on to the rim
other one would hit the button.
Yeah. Which you can die from that.
Oh my god.
They lit their driveway, or they lit part of the neighbor's yard on fire on purpose.
God
they
bless
were
them.
insane.
God bless children.
No, they were devil.
Do you think children are the reason that Britney Spears went crazy?
No. Because I remember reading that when Kesha started going through all that stuff, the guy that Kesha had her legal battle against, Dr. Luke, was actually Britney Spears' manager at the time of her breakdown, and a lot of people attribute her meltdown, when she shaved her head and everything, that meltdown to Dr. Luke's influence.
I could see that 100%. I guess that's one of those gray areas because we lived through it. People younger than us probably don't remember. But Britney Spears has been through the ringer. And we just don't have any answers as to why or what happened. Like, it was never addressed. No one ever asked her what happened, why she was feeling the way she was.
Oh, iconic, though, because she went balls to the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Straight up.
That picture of her smiling in the barbershop, shaving her head. I was like, whoa.
0 to 150. No time flat.
Really sad theory on why she did it. I read this online. Someone said that she was actually in a legal battle at the time over her kids with Kevin Federline. And they think she was using drugs like heroin or meth.
Oh, no.
And because that sticks in your hair, they think she shaved her hair. So
that it wouldn't, they couldn't drug test her.
So that's a theory. That is not a fact. But
that's wild.
Yeah. Even so, I would stand behind that because if you have followed her, you know that she is such a good, loving mom.
I was trying to butt in to say that.
She would give anything for her children.
As far as I know, she is happy, healthy, still doing her thing. Give the woman a little credit because she is getting a little older. It does take a lot of goddamn stamina to get on that stage and dance your ass off and sing at the same time.
Yeah.
So I do not fault her if she lip syncs a little bit here and there.
No, not at all.
I live for that picture where she had the Dragon Ball.
Oh, the Dragon Ball Z party for her kids.
Yeah, love that.
Cute.
I almost cried. I was like, you are so lovely.
I love that.
I love Britney Spears.
Live
your fantasy.
I did love that picture of her attacking the car with the umbrella, though.
Same though.
I have so many questions on her wardrobe. Like, what? I'm like at a loss for words because
so many celebrities, though. I would just want to sit down, not even ask them totally about all the things that happened in their life, but just sit down and have a cup of coffee.
Yeah. And
just chill.
Brittany, if you're listening to this, we would love to take you to coffee.
Yeah. Brittany, hit us up. I'm ready. Lady Gaga, too. I feel like coffee or tea with Lady Gaga would be such a goddamn cool experience. And I don't just say that because, like, you're a gay guy and you love Lady Gaga. One of the most interesting parts of Lady Gaga's career for me was when she went into her super art phase after Fame Monster. Before she released Art Pop. I lived for that. It was crazy. Part meltdown, part transcendental experience.
What would you do if you asked her to coffee and she showed up in like one of her crazy outfits, though?
Oh, I'd be, serve it up, girl. What do I say all the time? Live your fantasy. Your life is what you make it.
I would be mortified. I would be like,
Really?
this bitch here in a meat dress at a fucking, like, Caribou Coffee.
Oh, all I would do is I'd be like, "Are you cold? Do we need to go sit inside?" You know, I don't know what the ambient temperature of meat hanging off your body is.
I really think that we all expected Lady Gaga to have a breakdown at some point. I think everyone was waiting for it, but it never happened.
I think because she went and secluded herself
Yeah?
during her super artsy phase, which some of the stuff that she did in that, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of overly artsy, like what I would consider somewhat pretentious art.
Pretentious avant
But a lot of it I really enjoyed. Like, there's this video of her. I don't remember if she's. I think I said in an earlier episode that she's totally naked on a chair in a
Yes.
stream. I don't know if she's naked in that video actually, but I love that. Yeah,
beautiful.
I love that video. That is art.
So the other day, leading into another celebrity, I sent you that Lindsay Lohan video.
That was
we have not talked since
wild adventure. I cannot believe it. There's no way to process that. I feel like you should give a recap for people who don't.
Well, I sent Jake this video, and it's of Lindsay Lohan allegedly trying to steal a homeless couple's child. In the video, she basically accuses the family of
what
child
country
trafficking.
Is she in, though?
She's in Greece. She actually lives there and has 2 businesses there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because wasn't the homeless family Pakistani or something?
Yes. Which I don't know if she was visiting or what, but she tried to grab the child from the mom and like take him, and the mom full on just like tackles Lindsay and is like, nope, like get away from my child.
You could tell that she was on something from the moment that started, though. Easy.
At this point, is it a breakdown or is it just a lifestyle?
I think
for
it's
her?
just who Lindsay Lohan is at this point. I want her to be okay so much, but I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I watched, after that video, I went on YouTube and I ended up watching this Wendy Williams, which Wendy Williams will not improve your career. I don't care who you are. I'm totally trashing on her, even though she's like a gay icon, and I think she's hilarious sometimes.
I don't think she's a gay icon.
But I don't think she's the greatest person to talk to if you're really trying to get your career on the up and up.
No.
Because Lindsay Lohan and her sat down for this like 20-minute interview, and it was so hard to get through because I could feel Lindsay Lohan's secondhand embarrassment at the things that Wendy Williams was bringing up, and I could not believe that she did that interview. The opening of it was so embarrassing. It was an entire montage of Wendy Williams talking about how Lindsay Lohan has been one of their most talked about celebrities.
Sad.
But it's all about meltdown moments. And that was kind of a turning point for me. Like, I stopped living the like, oh my god, yes, breakdown. And I just started to feel sad. Like, the interview was very humanizing.
That's really sad.
And I hurt for her because whenever she recorded that, it seemed like she really was trying her best to get back on the right path. And I felt like she really was working on it and doing good. So now to see something like that, it's like,
sad.
Wow, like, what happened?
You know, I'm really shocked that Wendy Williams, like, actually interviewed her about serious stuff. Like,
yeah.
I don't think
Lindsay Lohan was wildly, she was very well spoken. I think she dodged some of the questions, and rightfully so, because they were, in my opinion, a bit inappropriate to ask on a talk show.
Yes.
But she answered with poise. She talked well about her family and about like the things going on in her life and about moving forward, and I loved it. I was very proud of her.
Good for her for trying.
Yeah.
Do you remember after Mean Girls, they had her on Oprah? And this was like right when Lindsay was going through her crazy phase and like it was all starting.
Is she still a lesbian? Or was that a face?
That's a very good question. I am not entirely sure. I think that is the least of the media's concern. I don't even think they care who she's fucking. They're like, what drugs is she doing? Is she eating bath salts?
But press comes up with wild ass shit.
Yes. But anyways, they had her on Oprah, and Lindsay had just gotten caught like doing coke in the bathroom with Paris Hilton. And Oprah didn't bring any of that up. Oprah was like, "Hey, Lindsay, so nice to have you here. What's it like being a child star?" Like,
because it's fucking Oprah.
Yeah, but then at the end of it, Oprah's like, the hardest question she asked was, "Did you ever do coke?" And Lindsay was like, "Yeah, like I did it like 10 times, I think." Like, which, by the way, if you're gonna say that you've done it, like, I don't feel like being like, yeah, I've only done it 10 times.
Only 10.
Maybe in one night. But like,
yeah.
I don't think that helped her case. But
Oprah is poise, grace incarnate.
Yes. And Wendy Williams is like a trash panda.
True. Did I ever tell you that the first time I ever saw Wendy Williams on television, I thought she was a drag queen.
Oh.
I spent like literally 2 hours Googling the crap out of it to see if she was a drag queen.
My roommate and I talk about this. No offense to any drag queens or like transgender women.
No.
But I, to this day, believe that Wendy Williams is a drag queen. Like, no one can convince me otherwise. Like, I have seen, like, pictures of her. I've seen her in a bikini. Yes, girl, I have seen it all, but I still am not convinced. Like, I really think she's a drag queen.
Oh my god.
And my roommate's like, no, she's not. And I also don't understand how she's a gay icon. Is it just because she says, "How you doing?"
I don't know. I feel like I read that somewhere, but I disagree with a lot of people on who gay icons are. People tell me that Andy Cohen is a gay icon. Andy Cohen can suck my ass.
Oh yeah,
I'm throwing real shade. No.
Oh, I'm so attracted to him.
I'm not.
I would eat his ass for days.
I would not.
No, I wouldn't.
I don't like him. I don't know what it is. I just don't like him. I feel like I should backups and examples, but I just don't like him.
So the opposite of a gay icon. Have you ever heard about Mel Gibson's breakdown?
Oh. Are we talking like post Passion of the Christ?
Where he left his wife those like 4 voicemails?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is insane.
For anyone who doesn't know, he left his wife some very, pardon my language when I say this, but they were like incriminating, like violent voicemails where he was like, "You fucking cunt, I'm gonna bury you in the rose garden." Like, just absolutely crazy.
There was a period of time, though, that it really seemed like he just cracked.
I think he did.
As a person.
I think he still is. I think he's still crazy.
I mean, have you really seen him do anything lately?
No. That was a wild celebrity breakdown. Like, I would have never seen that coming.
No. But I don't, yeah. I'm distracted because there's a cat here.
Oh, that's my cat. I have a cat. Jake has cats. No matter where we are, there's always cats. There's a cat. What other celebrity breakdowns are there?
I should pull that list back up.
Oh my god, what is her name? Fucking Mars Argo. She's like an indie
Who's Mars
celeb.
Argo?
So she is a singer. She's actually suing That Poppy, like on YouTube right now. Do you know
I
Poppy?
don't even know who those
Poppy's
people are.
that girl with really long blonde hair, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Poppy."
Oh, the singer?
Yes.
Didn't you send me a Poppy song?
Yes.
Oh, I like her though.
And they're suing her because her director allegedly stole like the image for Poppy from Mars Argo.
Oh.
And so Mars Argo is like suing Poppy. But this is really sad, is like she is having a breakdown. She has avoided social media. She shut down her Twitter account. Like, she's just been trying to stay chill. And then here comes Poppy with this song called You're Finished.
Oh, goddamn.
And I'm like,
straight up shots fired.
Yeah, she is just like a straight savage.
I love that.
And that's like an ongoing breakdown. I'm excited to see where that goes. Like, I kind of want Mars Argo to go like Beyonce obsessed and like go into her house and be like,
fuck, I love that movie.
Yeah.
That movie is absolute garbage. And I will sit down and watch that entire fucking hour and a half movie for the 5-second scene where she picks up the blonde lady's on the phone and she's like, "Hang on, Derek." And Beyonce comes in the room and starts to beat the fuck out of her again. I'm gonna have to call you back. And she like slams the phone down. Iconic moment. That is when she became Queen Bee to me. And then she goes out. And the rest of that movie is just Beyonce fucking kicking the shit out of that lady.
Yep.
Love it.
Absolutely
love it. But I like that movie too because I feel like that lady was exactly what you would think a stalker would be in real life.
Oh, 100%.
Like, it's very subtle. They just try to insert themselves into your life. Yeah. Crazy.
Big breakdown. I don't know why we didn't think about this. What the fuck happened to Miley Cyrus?
I will, to this day, until the day that I die, stand behind that because I truly believe, to the very depths of my soul, have I made it clear how serious I am about this?
You're serious.
that was all a PR move.
I believe the same thing.
Planned. Completely planned the whole way through. She got exactly what she wanted out of all of that. She needed a way to strike Hannah Montana because up until that point, people still just would not get behind her, support anything she was doing, and just constantly make fun of her for Hannah Montana.
Yep.
And what did she do? She went, made herself look so goddamn crazy that boom, she was right in the public eye again. So people were talking about her, like necessary because she was fading into the background a little bit. And people were just going to remember her as Hannah Montana for the rest of time. She got into the public eye. She made a scene. People associated that with her. It completely cracked the connection to Hannah Montana. People don't even talk about that anymore when they talk about Miley Cyrus.
I still talk about Hannah Montana.
I mean, I do too. But do you know what I mean?
Yes, like she has rebranded herself into like
completely. And I think I saw her outfit at the Golden Globes. Wasn't that recently?
Yeah.
She looked stunning, very put together. She's been doing charity work. I dig her past few albums.
Also, that's another thing is
Miley, okay.
If it was a PR stunt, how did she all of a sudden just crawl out of it and everyone forgot?
Because that's what happens with celebrities.
We're still talking about Britney with the umbrella. That's like 10 years old.
I know. But at the same time, doesn't it feel like you can separate Britney Spears from that time from Britney Spears now?
I like to say yes, but I also believe that like that is her legacy. Like no matter what she does, even if she makes a song better than Hit Me Baby One More Time, people are forever going to be like, "Oh my god, remember when Britney attacked that car with an umbrella?" Like that's her legacy. Whereas Miley, I feel like everyone just straight up forgot that she got naked and licked a sledgehammer and touched Robin Thicke's like penis on stage with a foam finger like in front of his wife. Like, I think everyone just is forgetting and is like, meh, it's just Miley being Miley.
Yeah. Okay. During that period, though, she made an album called Miley Cyrus. I think it might have been an EP.
Miley Cyrus
and her Dead Pets.
Yeah.
I fucking love that album.
It's a good one.
I don't know why either, because it's total...
It's like
weird
hippie grunge.
Acid music. Yeah. And I live for it. I went on a plane ride for 3 hours, and I sat and listened to that on repeat for the whole fucking plane ride.
It's a good album.
Snooki.
Did she have a breakdown?
I mean, post.
I thought her whole life was just a breakdown. I thought she came out of the womb and was like, I'm having a breakdown.
I mean, didn't she go to jail though? This says for disorderly conduct.
Yes.
But I thought she got into a car accident too.
So you probably didn't watch Jersey Shore.
I did not.
So let me explain this to you. So Snooki, everyone on Jersey Shore obviously is famous for drinking and partying.
Right.
There was a whole season though where like no one really wanted to hang out with Snooki. So she just started drinking by herself and going out to bars by herself.
Oh, I mean, same. No.
And she one time, like, I remember watching this episode, she was getting so bombed at a bar by herself. And in her little, like, cutaway, she's like, I think I blacked out after I took a body shot off that 50-year-old. And then you see her running with her little, like, alligator slippers.
Queen.
Down the boardwalk, and she's going, where's the beach? Where's the beach?
Legend.
And
I love it.
She gets on the beach. She's completely wasted. She's falling all over. She pisses her pants. Like, the police come over and tell her to leave, and she tries to run from them. And they grab her, and she starts crying, and she's like, don't fucking touch me. I'm a good person.
I'm a good person. Most anticipated meltdown to see?
Oh.
Countess Luann de Lesseps. We've talked about this a million times, and I'm going to say it again. I am so fucking ready. So ready to see her get arrested.
And so we are currently watching Beverly Housewives, Real Housewives of New York.
We're watching, like, all of them, though.
Yes. And we know about a lot of stuff that is coming up in Luann's life, but we have not got there, so we both are just sitting, waiting.
So for you guys, so this makes more sense. We binged the crap out of the Real Housewives of anything. We found a gif of Aviva from New York throwing her prosthetic leg across the table.
Which was insane.
Which was bonkers. Straight up Nutter Butters, but I lived for it. But we started binging basically every version of Real Housewives that they had.
Yes.
Except New York, we both agreed that we would not watch it unless we were together. So we're like a couple seasons behind because we can only watch it when we hang out.
Yes.
We've cheated a few times, but
we make sure that we're on the same episode when we get back together.
It's so good. And I just love Luann.
That made me think because of Aviva, you know, RuPaul's Drag Race recreated that scene on a reunion. And, like, Laganja Estranja threw her fake leg.
Yeah.
Celebrity breakdown, though. Katya.
What happened?
Well, this is not really a breakdown. This is kind of a serious issue. But Katya is going through a lot of substance abuse issues.
That's not terribly shocking. It's very sad, but it's not terribly shocking because Katya has always been very open about her past substance abuse issues.
Yes, and she's very forward about it, which I respect, and she doesn't hold back a lot from her fans. She's very honest about it. And I think everyone is just wishing her well. Same with Demi Lovato, you know, she recently overdosed, and I know that everyone is standing behind her and wishing her well, like.
Me too. I like Demi Lovato, though.
Yeah. I don't think that's a breakdown. I think that's, like, they're having their own internal issues that they're having trouble working through.
There is a difference. And I'm not sure where you draw the line between meltdown. Like,
when you're wearing a fake wig to court, that's where we draw the line.
Because there really are. There's meltdowns where you just live for it. Like, you're like, feed me that drama. My stomach is empty. Give it to me. And then there's other ones where you're like, I just need you to be okay.
Yes. But I'm super excited because Katya actually just returned.
Good.
Trixie and Katya reunited and announced that they're bringing back on YouTube with 40 new episodes.
Bless. Love that show. I think Trixie Mattel out of drag is so fucking cute.
Oh, yeah.
If he ever hit me up, I'd be there in half a minute.
Plus,
I think Trixie is really funny as a person. Just compatible. Trixie, when we become rich and famous and you listen to this episode, hit me up, babe. I'm ready. I'm single. I'm available. Newly emotionally somewhat stable.
And supports drag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I met him a long time ago at Pride Fest before he was Trixie. Like,
Really?
Yeah, a long ass time ago.
Oh, I think you told me about that.
Because I lived in Milwaukee and he was performing at Milwaukee Pride Fest and like came and did a meet and greet.
We're gonna have to have a Drag Race episode. That's for
mandatory.
Sure.
Mandatory.
Did I ever tell you I almost got Detox's phone number?
Why?
It was when Willem.
I love how I'm like, oh, why? Not like, cool.
Oh, because I live for Detox. Detox is the perfect disaster.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think she's kind of a mess, and I totally approve of it and think she should continue to live her life. I mean, I say that not knowing if there's been anything really bad that she's done recently. So, if there was like, by the time this comes out, if she's done something like racist or something, I do not stand behind that. But
Trixie, though, with her stand-up show, did you hear about that?
No.
That's kind of a breakdown moment. I'm surprised you didn't hear about that.
I still love Trixie.
How
bad was it?
It was really bad. Honestly, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I love Trixie. I think she's hilarious. I think that she just made a joke that was so inappropriate.
What did she say?
She was basically at a roast, and the article that I read said that she made a joke, and it was about how her dress was made by a bunch of black people picking cotton. Or it was Patrice Royale picked the cotton for the dress. No one laughed. So, Trixie's mortified standing on stage, and she goes, "What, y'all don't have any black friends?"
Oh my.
Which is, like, absolutely mortifying. Absolutely, it killed me. I can't believe she said that. And what was worse is that she didn't go to Twitter to apologize.
Oh, that is bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. Handling stuff like that is so tricky. Because I have the hardest time believing that Trixie is actually fervently racist.
Oh, I don't believe so. I think it was just a lapse of judgment.
And I think she panicked, and instead of apologizing, she doubled down.
Yes, I agree.
Which we've all been in that situation. Not excusing it, it's not validating her choice, but I also think that people can learn from it, and that's not something that should follow you for the rest of your life.
I think the best case scenario is that you just be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I fucked up. I made an uneducated joke," and you move on and try and learn
for
from
sure.
it.
If you're willing to admit fault, I'm willing to forgive you.
Which brings me back to Britney Spears. I need the answers. Like, I need to know why her breakdown happened.
I don't think we'll ever know. And I think...
But I need to know.
I think that's okay.
No.
I think it's okay to not know, because that's not who she is now.
That's a fact.
So if she wants to bury that and not bring it up again, that's her right. In the end, she's still a human being, so I respect their rights as a human being.
Yes.
But I'm also... We could go on a whole huge tangent. I am very much against this idea that celebrities should be role models for everybody.
Oh, fuck that.
Because in the end, they are just human beings.
You know who should be your role model? Your parents. Not a celebrity that you don't know and have never met.
Or people who just go out and do good things in the world.
Yes.
People who help others. Not saying that celebrities don't help others, but I really just don't understand this idea that somehow celebrities are pillars of morality.
That's what's kind of weird to me, is that growing up, I felt like celebrities weren't as important. And nowadays, it's like you log on Twitter and fans are like, "I would kill to touch Britney Spears." And it's like, it never used to be like that, It was like, oh, I like Britney Spears.
I think
I don't
because
feel like
of I think we see more of it now because of the shift towards social media, but
I don't know. God, what was her name?
But fanaticism, true fanaticism in any way, I do not feel like is a healthy thing.
No. Breakdowns. What other ones? Oh, Panic at the Disco. That's a break-up/breakdown, though.
See, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I never really cared about Panic at the Disco.
The inner
Like,
emo kid in me is dead.
I never listened to, like, any of their music. I never followed their lives. Who is
Brandon Urie's the singer.
Yeah, I didn't even know that until, like, a year ago.
They basically broke up, and they kept having to break up. He kept losing members.
Did you mean the Black Eyed Peas? No, I'm just kidding.
What's that? Do you know what my favorite Parks and Rec moment is? Is when April brings in that painting for Ron Swanson. She goes, "This is the Black Eyed Peas. I killed them and the nightmare is over." Like, absolutely, like, killed me. But Brandon Urie couldn't hold on to band members for a long time. And then, like, secluded himself and wasn't responsive to his fans for a while. And then he came out with new music and announced that he was pansexual. And I think that was the breakdown of, like, trying to cope with who you are.
Yeah.
Like, I was, like, insane, though. Still support him, but I was so upset. I was like, where'd Panic go?
I don't even know what to say, though, because I know so little. Do you remember Pete Wentz, though?
Ooh. Do you remember his breakdown?
I remember when his dick pics got leaked.
I never looked.
Because
Remember Drake Bell only.
I know. I'm a bad person.
But Pete Wentz was with Ashley Simpson for a while, and she left him allegedly because he was abusing, like, Xanax and Adderall, and, like, was getting really deep into that. And
I would love to know why that's such a rampant thing in celebrities. I really, truly don't understand why celebrities have such problems with substance abuse.
I think because it's so easily accessible for them, and they have money, so it's like, why not? Like, I'm bored.
I guess, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I've had money, and, I mean, shit, we're fucking poor people, which means we live in shady areas. There's drugs fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
You could walk from one end of this town to the other and get offered whatever the fuck you want. You know that's true, too.
Oh, yeah.
But I've never once been like, you know what I'd really like to do? You know, I have a free Saturday. I should do heroin.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it confuses me because as ordinary people, you know, it wouldn't be such a big deal if you were like, I'm going to go do heroin. I mean, not that I'm condoning it. No one ever do heroin. It's bad.
It's bad.
It's horrible for you. Don't ever try it. Don't ever listen to your friends. But as a celebrity, you know, you said that, like, a lot of people think of them as role models, and I think that's a bigger issue, is that you're going out and doing drugs in the public eye and people are seeing you.
Yeah.
It's just really tragic.
But then at the same time, I don't know how to feel, because there are certain things in this world that I feel happen because of drugs.
Like Shia LaBeouf's breakdown.
Oh, for God's sakes, no. That I actually would be sad if they never happen. And when I say this, I am thinking specifically of Janis Joplin, because I love Janis Joplin's music. And she
was very into drugs, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's how she died.
Yeah.
Because she had such severe stage anxiety that the only way for her to get out there and do that was to be just fucking high off of her ass. But she was a fantastic musician. And I don't feel like her music would have been created if she hadn't done drugs. So at the same time, I disapprove of her hurting herself with drugs, but also something beautiful came out of it. It's a very gray area.
Yeah. There's so many celebrities out there, though. I feel like that is common ground. Do you think that a lot of celebrity breakdowns are rooted in drugs? Like,
yes, completely.
That's fair. I could see
drugs
that.
And mental health issues. Because you have to think, seeking help for mental health as a celebrity must be nigh impossible.
Yeah.
Because you will always have somebody watching. And with the stigma around mental health still, it would just be bad for them, and it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I agree.
This was supposed to be a fun episode, and I very much brought it to a somber place.
Okay, let's make it fun again. The breakdown of Justin Bieber. What the fuck? Where did he go from little Ellen DeGeneres to like fucking Eminem on steroids?
That's why. I totally believe that's why. Somebody that young is not built, or we just talked about an entire host of people. Oh my god, I guess I just thought about the fact that most of the people we've talked about were child stars.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because it screws you up. Your mind is not built to be able to be capable of what is necessary to do that.
What is your favorite Justin Bieber breakdown moment?
Oh my god.
What is the most ridiculous thing that you've seen him do where you're just like, I can't even fucking believe
I don't
this.
even know where to begin. There was that one time that he got the cops called on his house by his neighbors, and they like TP'd.
Oh yeah.
The neighbors.
That wasn't that
There's
bad.
that fucking weird ass picture of him like standing out in that swamp or whatever, buck ass naked for no reason.
I don't think he's on drugs. I think he's just a crazy kid who's drinking a lot and smoking a lot of weed.
Along with some mental health instability.
Yes, I think he very much so has anger issues.
Because I really do not feel like you develop right as a child star.
No.
But
I feel like my favorite Justin Bieber moment was when he was pissing in like a soup kitchen pot, like one of the big industrial pots at a restaurant. And he looked at the chef in the kitchen and goes, "What's up? You should be lucky. Everyone gets a little taste of the Biebs." That absolutely was the moment where I was like, what is this child doing? How are people still standing behind him?
I'm stunned speechless.
It's one thing to like pee in an alley, but to like go into a restaurant kitchen and like pee in a pot, like...
And then to talk like it's a gift.
Yes.
That's the wildest part.
I don't understand.
Me neither.
Aaron Carter, by the way, he is doing so well.
We sound so old. All of these are from like 15 years ago.
Justin Bieber's a thing.
Nobody even knows who. Yeah, but like the Britney Spears breakdown.
Oh, for sure. But Aaron Carter's breakdown was recent.
Was it really?
Oh, you never heard about that?
No.
Kind of sad, but kind of happy. And also he's one of us, I think. So Aaron...
Isn't Nick Carter here?
No. Aaron Carter went to rehab because he was struggling very, very badly with like substance abuse issues.
See, I knew that.
And there was these leaked pictures where he was like 90 pounds with like blue hair.
Yeah.
And then a couple months later, he came out of rehab and was looking really good, looking really healthy.
Good.
But his breakdown wasn't over because he came out of the closet and was like, I want you all to know that I'm bisexual and I love and accept myself. And you should be proud to be an LGBT person, which is true. Like, embrace it.
Okay, I'm waiting for the bad part now.
So a few weeks later, like, you know, everything's going on. He drops his, like, EP, which is called Fool's Gold. And then he tweets and is like, I'm not bi. Like, I don't know where you guys heard that. And, like, just, like, takes it all back. And I'm, like, so confused. I'm like, are you bi? Are you not? Like, are you using drugs again? Like, what is going on?
Oh, no. I just want people to be okay.
Oh, me too. Sonia Morgan from Housewives of New York.
I know. I just need her to be okay.
There is a person on Twitter who tweeted us, and they said, quote unquote, the saddest moment in Real Housewives history is Sonia Morgan waking up under a canopy over her bed, sifting through pills and mail. And she goes to a party wearing a poncho and asks the bartender for an olive because she has no food. And we're both just like waiting for it.
I'm screaming inside.
We are so concerned about her. I bet she would come on our podcast.
I would live to meet literally any of the housewives. I would absolutely fucking adore just having dinner with them or something.
You know she would hear her name.
I bet she would be so lovely to actually sit down with, though.
You think so?
Oh, I do. 100%.
I think she's
she's a little bit of a mess, But I think she is a socialite for a reason. I think she actually does have a fair amount of charm, and I mean, I guess it's kind of fallen a little bit now, but she did seem somewhat elegant at one point
for one episode.
Yeah, but I don't know.
There's so many celebrities.
We could go on.
Should we just wrap it up?
I think we should wrap it up. I think this one's getting long.
What's something that you appreciate about me? This is our new closeout.
I appreciate how far that you've come from when we met.
Thank you.
I feel like you have become an entirely whole, strong person. Yeah. We both have slip-ups. We are human. But I feel like your amount of self-love and respect has gone so far up.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that you have literally the biggest Pokemon collection. Like, I have never been in a room with like another adult person who has had so many Pokemon things.
My apartment is...
And I'm just in awe by it. Like, it's so beautiful.
That's so kind of you, especially because I'll bring hookups over and stuff, and I'm like, please don't walk out. Even my bedroom has like stuffed animals and shit all over it. I'm like, I can't believe that I get laid. Like,
no, I love that because I love Pokemon. I grew up with it. I'm a fan. But like to collect it and see all of the toys that like I recognized growing up is just like such a cool experience. And I like am so envious that you collect that. Like, that's so cool.
The biggest part of it though, and I am gonna go off on a short tangent here, because that makes me want to have a super shout out to the Pokemon trading community, because that was part of what got me so into it, is every single person that I interacted with, because even though there's a billion little small communities to buy, sell, and trade Pokemon stuff, you start to run into a bunch of the same people, and there was not a single one of them that was not absolutely lovely, super kind, very willing to quid pro quo, trade things or help you out or give you a discount because you were nice to them.
I love that.
Yeah, it was very wholesome. That's the only, because I've been poor, I can't buy as much. But I miss being a part of that.
Well, you should stop in and say, hey.
I know. My old one was like a live journal community, though. And I don't even know if that one's still running. That was like the one I was most active in.
I don't know what that is.
Live journal?
No.
Oh, it was. It's not even worth mentioning.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So shout out to Pokemon trading community.
Yeah, and if you have any friends who are obsessed with any of the celebrities that we talked about today, like Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber peeing in a pot, Britney Spears, what? Tell them.
Queen Amanda.
Yeah, Queen Amanda. Please bring them and they will love this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. Shout out to all the people that have commented on our videos.
Yeah.
We really do, even though there's not a lot, I think we're sitting at total like 300 views right now.
Yeah, but we only been live for a week.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. That makes me feel so special.
Yeah, you guys are so friendly too. Like,
yes,
it's really nice to just like kind of build our own little cult where they're like, we're your slutterflies.
Yes, slutterfly life hashtag, please. Special shout out to Ruined Silver. The only person to comment on both of our videos that were out at that time. Love it. Thank you.
Okay, this is really funny. I shouldn't laugh at this, but I'm trying to remember who it was. They commented on our first video and they were like, how am I just now seeing this? This is great. And I love that. Like, thank you so much for supporting, but like, girl, our channel's only been up for 1 week. How early did you want to be here?
I know. I love that.
Did you want to be like in the studio with us recording before?
Yeah. That's the ultimate hipster. I liked this band before that record was even recorded.
I love that. Thanks, you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.